Alright, Wastelanders, we got a short one today, but it's going to be good. Today, we're going to fist a chicken. Yeah! Alright, legend has it that some king motherfucker, I don't remember his name and I couldn't be bothered to Google it, had a challenge that whoever could serve him a perfectly roasted chicken would get the job of fucking head chef for the kingdom. Hey, look who just rolled in. Let's check this out now. So far, all I've done is I've taken a bog standard grocery store whole chicken, took it out of its plastic, rinsed it off, patted it dry with paper towels. Pulled any of the neck, giblets, all that crap out. We don't need those for what we're doing today. Not to worry. So, what we're going to do is we're going to stuff this motherfucker full of aromatics, because those are going to sit there and roast, and they are going to off-gas like your dog after he has broccoli. Dog of war, I'm looking at you. So, what we got here, I've got some green onions that I just had left over. Most of this is just using shit you've got on hand. Don't go out of your way for this stuff. I took some fresh thyme, some fresh rosemary, and the last little cubes of fresh sage out of my garden. Some whole garlic. I'm not taking the paper off this because we're not going in after this shit. This is just going to go in there and it's going to cook through. It's probably not even actually going to cook through because it's going to be in the fucking middle of this chicken and that's a lot of thermal ballast. But we're not going after it. I've got a quarter of an onion. Again, didn't take the skin off. Don't waste your time. About a quarter of a lemon. Adds a lot more than you'd think. And 1 stick of celery and 1 carrot. All of this shit. I'm going to turn this so I don't have to sanitize this fucking spiky ass bitch. Oh yeah, yeah. Harder, deeper. Yeah, just get all this shit in here. Go ahead and stretch that hole out just like it's wedding night. Cram everything in. Give it a good shove just to make sure it fits. Garlic can just kind of sit up front. Doesn't have to get pushed in too far. One of the reasons I chose the green onions as leftovers is because partly they're leftovers. Yeah, don't you just love that crunching sound when you shove your hand in something? Is because they compress. Now I'm just going to use a finger just to push everything in. Get your herbs. Ignore that straggler chunk of garlic. It didn't want to join in anyway. Now, from here we're going to pause for just a second while I wash my chicken hands. Okay, so we washed our chickeny hands, and we're going to make this next step simple because we're going to start addressing the chicken some more. We've already got our flavorings crammed up in this thing's cram hole. Now we're going to take care of the skin. We want crispy, golden brown, delicious skin. What I've already done to the oven is I have preheated it like Sharon is going to bake a fucking Marie Callender pie. That shit is rocket hot and sitting at 500 degrees. Yeah, crank that shit all the way up. Now, since we're going that hot, I'm going to use something with a high smoke point. And by the way, as the chicken fat renders out, and even though this canola oil has a fairly high smoke point, you are going to get some clouds coming out of this shit. So you're going to want to crank your vent fan up as soon as you throw this in, or at least 20 minutes after. Lube your bird. I'm not talking about what you should do with your wife. Though that's still a really good idea. Yeah, you're going to have some time to kill, so go ahead and lube your bird. Just a little canola oil, rub it around all the skin. Now, there's competing, and by which I mean bitching theories about how much you should tie shit up, how much you should get your chicken into string bondage and all that shit. I say fuck it. Just use a big enough pan. This is a 9x13. It's holding your grocery store chicken just fucking fine. If you want to get fancy, put a rack in the bottom of it, but that's about it. No, I am not going to run that down the garbage disposal. I am not that fucking stupid. Once you got it lubed up, a little kosher salt. Go easy on the kosher salt because our next step is a little shallot salt. This is just dried up ground up shallot mixed with a fairly fine salt. Now, if you want to shove a shallot up this thing's ass at the same time as you're doing the rest of your stuffing and you have room, that's not a bad call in any respect. I'm going to do a little paprika because, well, smoky goodness. And that'll give us a little color on the final product too. Lady Humungus has asked to try black garlic on this, and I think that's an excellent suggestion. Pretty much all this is just going to sit on the surface, so you don't really got to get too crazy. And as usual, we finish up with a little black pepper. Well, black and white pepper. It's all about equality. Alright, we got our seasoning in here. We've got our skin all dressed up. All we got to do now, chuck this bitch into this super hot oven. And then, just like Sharon, walk away. This is going to take about an hour. I usually do mine for about an hour and 10 minutes. A smaller bird's going to take a little bit less time because use your fucking imagination. It's smaller. It doesn't have as much shit to get up to temperature. If you're really concerned, use your probe thermometer. And I'm not talking about checking your kid when they're claiming to be, I'm too sick for school. Alright, bend over, let's find out. No, don't do that. That's probably illegal or something. And there's a reason I don't have kids, okay? Anyway, we're going to come back to this in an hour. Should be done by then. 50 minutes to an hour and 10 minutes, that's your window. And, like I said, it's going to get hazy in here. See y'all in an hour. Alright, it has been 75 minutes. Now, just to make all you motherfuckers happy about food safety shit, I went ahead and got the probe thermometer in on this bitch. Breast, we're sitting at 169. Yeah, 69. We had to work that in there somewhere after we fisted this thing. Drumsticks, those are coming out at 173. Honestly, that's a little high, but fortunately, since this thing is an intact beast, it's going to sort of diffuse and moisturize itself and generally come out okay. If you did this individually, by part, then that's going to dry its shit out and it's going to be nasty and horrible. Thigh was the coolest part we came into here, and that only hit 158, and by the time I'm done yakking at you motherfuckers, that's going to be way over our 165 safe mark, so I'm not concerned. We've got a beautiful golden brown, crusty, delicious skin. The black garlic, I'm a little concerned about, if I'm honest. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. I'll put it in the description how this actually... I think the black garlic might have already overcooked since it was kind of already cooked. But we'll find out. I'll let you know. Now, if you look at the end bits here, the leg tips, the wing tips, I'm not going to fucking eat this anyway. So I'm not concerned about tucking that shit away or doing some fucking chicken bondage bullshit with string. Take them off, eat them. Just... Oh yeah, this is going to be good. I'm just not going to eat the little black bit. It comes off, it's falling off the bone, it's tender, it's juicy, it's delicious. You have got a bunch of juice under there that if you would like, you can pluck this chicken out and you can make some fucking awesome gravy with that. I'm not going to bother. Now, since we've been working on our white meat crusade for the last couple of weeks, there has been a lot of pork, which some of our religious friends have objection to. So far, this is completely kosher. We don't have dairy in here with this chicken. I'm not sure why combining dairy and meat is okay with the whole milk of the mother, meat of the kid, but you can't douse, but you still can douse a chicken breast in beaten up embryonic fluids of its children. But you know what? That's not my problem. So far, this is still kosher. What I'm about to do is going to ruin that. So I'm just going to take these cheeses and you didn't see those. Either way, I promise you this would be a short one, even though the cook time is not necessarily short, and right now I'm fucking hungry, so thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, ask your questions. Patreons, I do have a thing coming up for you in the next couple of days, as soon as I have time to do it. Otherwise, hit the Patreon if you want more content. Link will be in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next week.